What is up, everybody? We are here with the last episode, Worth the Wait MMA. Here with the last episode of the year 2025, ending off strong. And I'm your host, Aries. And joining me for the last episode today, the man behind the camera. What is up, Drew Era?
Man, happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holiday, everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are here to break down the last two cards. UFC Vegas 112. And then UFC 323. We're just gonna recap those, and then we'll get into some UFC 225 honors, and then we'll give our predictions for the champions for who's gonna be the champions at the end of 2026 next year. So that's kind of the last episode, map that we have out for you guys for this episode. So we'll kind of just jump right into this last card that we had. What was it, like 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
It was Brandon Royval versus Manel Kopp in the main event at the Apex. Decent card. I feel like the co-main and the main kind of stole the show a little bit. And yeah, let's talk about the main event real quick, man. Manel Kopp getting that finish, making quick work of Brandon Royval. Yeah, I kind of predicted that to happen. And my bet hit for that is the under 3.5 rounds. They were just being lovely with that number. It was plus 100 under rounds. So again, Manel Kopp makes his case for contender for next year. Very, very strong. I thought he was going to be too quick when he gets in the inside of Brandon Royval, and just he put that man away. Goodness gracious.
Man. I mean, yeah, you called it because I asked you.
Yeah,
I asked you a couple nights before. Yeah, I asked you what you thought about it because I was looking for a reason on Royval, and I came out of this, and this was the only fight I actually saw on the card. Right, I came out of it trusting Manel Kopp now. I can believe in him now.
Because if you guys don't know, like, this guy sometimes doesn't show up, and he kind of puts out some very, very, very terrible performances.
He's put a lot of trash on film.
And then he can come out here and just put you away in one round, in 1 minute. So, but again, this performance here kind of
it was as perfect as you could be. It was textbook. It's a third straight knockout win. I saw, I think it was last week. It had to have been last week. I saw that Pantoja's already working out again.
Beautiful.
Okay. If you can turn the the Van fight around quick with Pantoja, then do it. But if it's any kind of extended layoff, and I'm talking like, even if you got to wait till second quarter, why not just line up Kopp and Van? Both, they're both ready.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them went like not even a whole round. Like that, Kopp is there. Like, he's there.
Yeah,
I don't think we need, like, he's there.
And this is I love the Kopp. I love Kopp because he's gonna sell you a fight, and I love. I know we can't understand him, fully on the mic, but he sells the fight. He has the attitude, charisma that I think this business is wanting.
He can be both sides too. Like, you're either gonna love him,
yes,
or he's gonna annoy the shit out of you. Either way, you're gonna want to show up and be like, I want to see him get his head knocked off, or I want to see him knock this dude out and back up everything he said. And to build on your point, I like that. The matchup, because obviously stylistically, right, between Van and Kopp. But, like, to me, my only issue with Van has been, like, he's boring. Like, he's just a boring young kid. Like, the story's cool and everything. And, like, it's great that he loves his mom. Like, that's fantastic. And that's a great role model. But, like, there's only so many times on, like, Embedded that I could follow him to church. Like, I'm being for real, you know what I mean? Like, that's boring, bro. Like, so Manel Kopp hopefully can bring out a side of him, maybe, in the lead up to the fight that maybe can help build the star more even of Josh Van, or give us more personality or a side of him that isn't just like praising his Lord and Savior like at every chance he gets. Like I think that's just another appeal of this fight, and why I think it'd be a good idea to get a quick turnaround in this division and keep the momentum going.
And I think this guy is a threat to the champion. And
Talk about it.
I think Cop is a real dangerous matchup for anyone, but he does struggle with wrestlers. And that's probably his only downfall, is he becomes stagnant when he faces wrestlers. So Pantoja, getting that rematch would be interesting, because that was Manel Kape's UFC debut.
Yep.
Which is crazy to have a debut and have it beat Pantoja.
Yeah.
And that went to decision, I believe. So yeah, I really like the Kape and Van fight, for that being Van's first title defense. I actually like that.
Yeah, that again.
And the art of like trash talking is just dead, man. Like no one just talks, like just talk your shit. That's why I mean, I know Pena is Pena, but I love Pena because she just talks. Like Pena just,
I mean, she just talks,
bro.
period.
She just says shit. I'm like, yeah, there we go. Get some hype in the conference. I don't know, man, but like the art of trash talk is so dead, and it sucks, man.
Okay. I think I know the answer. And again, we talk just real quick before we started recording about like recency bias, right? So the last thing, and we'll get into it on 323, but the last thing we saw in the flyweight division for the year and for months now, who knows, is Manel Kape being like an absolute badass, right? Tyra just took care of Moreno, but does it leapfrog him? Or does Tyra have every right to be like, nah? Or do you do the MMA math and you say, well, Royval beat Tyra, that's his only loss, and Royval just got smoked by Kape, lined it up with Kape.
I actually think
because we don't want to waste both in that division. We don't want to burn through any contenders we don't have to. So we don't want to set up that.
Absolutely. I don't
that, you know what I mean? Like we don't want anything to do with that, with him just taking his back, essentially, Kape's back, and being done with it.
I'm not mad at someone wanting Tyra. I think his performance may be a little bit more I don't know. I think his performance against Moreno was a bit more has a bit more weight. Just because who Moreno is. And I think Moreno was a bit on a run there. And to finish Moreno, that was the first time Moreno's ever been finished. Big. And I think that was the first time Royval has been finished, but I think we've seen Royval rocked in so many times, so it's almost like,
I mean, Josh Van had him there in that fight.
I think that Tyra, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if Tyra got that shot, but for me personally, and just for a fighter selling the fight, and I know that
business wise,
that's why I'm looking at it, guys.
The fight makes sense. It's Kape.
Yeah, it's Kape.
Maybe even more than Pantoja, I could argue, if we're being honest, than getting that run back with Pantoja.
I know people like giving the champions another chance, but like, man, I'd be sick of that shit sometimes.
I think it has to be like case by case.
I'd be so sick of that. Like, I guess so. But
if they run back Merab and Yan right away, like, is that's warranted, right? We don't want it.
That's another thing. I'm like, here we go, backlog.
Right. Exactly.
The roster again, so I was like,
but also like Merab, he was the fighter of the year last year, so you kind of have to. And Pantoja, he's arguably the GOAT, or co-GOAT of the division, and this loss really is like
the way he ended,
hold that against him. So like, maybe, but I'm with you. I hate the run back. I hate it. I'm like, dude, just make him get one more, and then
like example is Pereira and Magomedov. Like I hated like how they I know Chama got his belt back, but like how they ran it back. I'm like, oh, here we go, man. Like that's another example, guys.
But this is what I mean too, though. Like in 205. I guess I understood it more because A, Alex and his run, but B, there's just no one at 205. So with this division, it's like, okay, there's fresh contenders. Also, like, even with Marab, right? What does it matter if Jan defends against someone else and then say Jan loses it? Marab can still fight that person next and get his get back. Like, we don't need to hold everything up just for, we can still have a fresh challenger. And if that challenger wins, then guess what? The ex-champ gets his shot at the new champ, and that champ that just got beat, he goes and they do a whole, like, we don't have to just recycle the same fight, hold up the division, and then people are like, well, I don't want to take a fight now because I'll be at, like, people are sitting out for a whole 6 months to a year waiting for fights.
And that
like,
was welterweight division with Kamaru Usman
Ugh.
for however long. Like Kamaru Usman was fighting the same 3 people, but like and just rotating ranking 1 through 3. So so I get that you know, if a weight class is not thriving, then I get it. But if a weight class is just kind of moving along and there's someone up next, then that's why I'm like, God damn.
Get to it.
Yeah, especially at 135. You know, Payne Talbot has kind of made his case to kind of fight maybe an interim, but I think he's gonna have a huge year. But
okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say this real quick and then we'll jump to the pay-per-view, man. But my boy from Walmart, Kevin Vallejos with the KO over Giga. I was getting worried for my guy in that fight because he was having a hard time trying to find that range against Giga, and Giga was kind of on point for that first round. Vallejos kind of just pulled out a spinning back fist and it landed that put out Giga for the first time in the UFC. So I got to shout out my guy that I've seen at Walmart. That's another guy I saw at Walmart. Yeah, shout out Kevin Vallejos. I think he is up for a big year next year as well. It may just come down to who's willing to fight this young man and can he get a fight. So he's one of those prospects. But yeah, I mean, UFC Vegas 112 was okay. For the picks, I went 8-3-1, and we end out positive on the bets. We end up with plus 2.75 units. So yeah, I'm not mad at that. I will say
anything plus, bro.
The bets that cash for me are Manel Kopp and Royval under 3.5 rounds plus 100. Kevin Vallejos to win by KO, TKO, or DQ plus 175 cashed. The guy who submitted Neil Magny plus 200. Asmos, I don't know, guys. But yeah, that cash for me as well. And then we got our money back with Amanda Lemos and that fight being canceled. So I'll take that. So it was a good night, man. It was a good night for the bets and the picks. And I really want to jump right back to UFC 323 with Drew and break down that because there was a lot of stuff that happened. It was a great main event pay-per-view card for us. I love the card, man. So let's start out with the main event, man. Let's go Peter Yan and Marab. Just your thoughts and everything that happened in the main event. That was crazy.
Spoiler alert. My Jan was my runner-up for fighter of the year. Just off of that. How comfortable he looked against Marcus McGee and how he just made McGee look like an amateur. Made this nigga go back to skateboarding and cooking and shit on TikTok. And then to get his get back with Marab and to make it look, man, I don't care how busy, how active Marab was. Marab's a grown-ass man. He could have told Dana no. He could have been like, look, just prop up the flyweights, whatever. Like, but he chose to fight. He signed the contract. He made the decision. His team made the decision. So go out there and fight. If he would have went out there and dominated Jan, nobody would have been like, wow, my gosh, he must have been so tired doing that. It would have been like, damn, Jan messed up again. He's done. Jan went out there and put up a masterpiece, dude. Like, that was
absolutely beautiful, man.
It looked easy. Like, that's 11 out of 10, man. That was 11 out of 10 performance. He smoked Marab. And that's, I don't even lie, like, if Marab didn't have the 2024 into 2025 that he had, like he couldn't call for shit for a rematch because there's nothing there. Like there's nothing there to be like, oh nah, bro. Like that's no. He doesn't. Other than him being Marab and being maybe the best that division scene, like there's no reason that he should get an immediate rematch because Jan smoked him. It was that dominant.
And I love how DC was making his case that Marab won more rounds than he did. He's trying to make a case for his friend. Like, I don't know, guys, those punches. I mean, Marab is doing some damage, but Marab was getting outstruck. Jan was just on his shit with the wrestling defense, takedown defense. I think Jan was just prepared for everything that Marab had. This man went back to the lab and just, no one was beating Jan that night. I don't think.
No, not even close. Like that's so. This would be cool to me, right? And I know I do not like Jan. Still don't. Respect the hell out of him, though. Like that's a G performance right there. And it was actually cool. Like part of the reason I like Jan is because he just seemed like such an angry little ass, like just he looked like a just mean motherfucker. Like I just just like I would like he would bump you in the street and I'd be like, hey little nigga, like what the like I just but like it was cool to see him like actually like be happy and like the work that he put in and like you could see this shit mattered to him. Like that was actually really cool to see. But man, yeah, he smart. Like I would love to see the Jan Get Back tour. Eventually they're gonna do him and Marab 3 because you just have to at some point. But in the meantime, if O'Malley gets back and he beats Song, and then I know Jan wants that get back.
Oh yeah,
let him get that get back.
That robbery,
allegedly.
I was fucking pissed. I was so mad when I was like, "No,
we all
way,
knew what that was." I can admit that. I don't know if you saw that Aljo's been popping his mouth and stuff. I don't know if that could be a thing to move back down, but I think he's pretty locked in at 45. But he's talking about fighting for belts again. If Jan could entice him, I don't know, but like I like the idea of that. But eventually we're gonna get Marab and Jan 3. I just don't know if it's gonna be immediate or if Marab's gonna actually like take some time and chill.
I think the happiest person on this earth when that fight was announced and the decision was made that Peter Yan won is probably Umar Nurmagomedov. I think Umar is super happy that Marab's not champ, and if he wasn't already booked for a fight, I think they could have did that, but he's gonna have to fight Figgy, which
I mean that's just gonna be a kind of feather in the cap. I feel that feels
I feel
pretty far.
Figgy.
Yeah, man. He's just kind of the guy that's gonna get thrown to the lions now at 35.
But a Jan and Umar fight excites me. A rematch versus O'Malley excites me. After that, it kind of just falls off. I mean, you have Zahabi, but Zahabi's just barely scraping by in the decision wins. I mean, you got Payne Talbot, who hopefully they kind of get him going. Maybe 3 fights this in 2026 that kind of gets him up in the rankings.
Speaking of which, and before we get to him, what do you think of him and Batista?
Payne Talbot,
if that were a thing.
Dude.
He said he wants to get in with a striker next. He said he said in an interview with Ariel after the fights, I think it was the Monday after 323. He said they've been throwing me in here with all these wrestlers wanting to improve myself. He goes, next fight I want to get back in with like one of the higher ranked guys that's a striker, because I want to get back in there and have some fun.
I think you go the Marlon Vera route. I know that's not a super exciting challenger with Vera, but I think you do have a vet been there, done that, and I think that's a great OG name for
It's a name.
It's a name.
It's a title challenger, a previous title challenger, someone who can claim a victory over O'Malley and all that. Like it's a top 10 name, which Talbot still isn't in the top 10. He's number 11. That's a top 10 name. Like but it doesn't waste Bautista either.
No. And I think with the people ranked ahead of Peyton Talbot, with David Martinez and Mario Batista, I just think that's filler. I just don't think those are necessary names for Peyton Talbot.
Those are kind of placeholders for him to jump over.
This man just beats Cejudo, and I know Cejudo's retired. I get it, but I think we have to give the young man another OG and a striker OG. So I think you go with the Martin Vera.
I like that a lot.
Cheeto, yeah. So that's where I kind of go with that with Cheeto.
So it almost sounds like what we're saying from the main event is that probably low-key Jan winning is the best thing for the division.
Everyone should be happy in that division. Like Merab was just a machine, and we saw it. And that style, we saw him beat the way he beat Umar. I was like, okay, this man's never gonna lose. Just because I think Umar had the tools to kind of beat a Merab, but he doesn't. The cardio's still bad from Umar. So Peter Yan getting this belt, I think kind of opens up for, I know all the strikers in this division are happy. So
yeah.
But you still have Merab, who is going to be like the Aljo and just defending off these contenders. So hopefully,
well, let's be honest too, UFC is probably happy.
Absolutely. I know Dana was happy as hell to put that belt around Peter Yan's.
Probably like, man.
He's like, hey, man. Thanks so much.
Excitement that was just created in the bantamweight division again. Like, yeah, he hasn't been so happy since he put the belt around O'Malley's waist. Like that, he's so thrilled to have, like, oh my gosh, I have a champion that is gonna be exciting and put on these exciting fights instead of the union break specials, the gas station specials.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, yeah, everyone's happy. I think 2026 we see, hopefully we get Peter Yan defending his belt soon before June. But I'm excited to see what Peter Yan's first title defense is going to be. In the co-main, we had just a devastating injury, but Van getting the belt, the flyweight, Pantoja breaking his elbow. So speedy recovery for Pantoja. Drew said he's already working out and stuff. So again, hopefully he's back before International Fight Week. Maybe it'd be longer. I don't know what that recovery process is like for that type of injury.
Yeah, not sure. He said, he said in an interview afterwards he'll be back sooner than you think.
Okay.
Come back stronger, all this stuff,
Yeah.
That you're supposed to say and that you're gonna say. But I mean, I'd imagine that it wasn't like no surgery or anything, then should be a quick enough kind of recovery and back into the cage.
So say he doesn't get the rematch with Josh Van. Where do you think he ends up at, or who do you think he fights? Do you think he fights a Tyra or a Manel Kape, whoever is left out of that title defense for Van?
If he doesn't get,
which I think he probably will. I think he probably will. Just, the UFC loves the man.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't, just say he doesn't, and Joshua Van's ready to go, and he doesn't want to wait, and UFC just like, okay, well, here's Manel Kape or Tyra. Who do you give? Where does Pantoja end up at?
Oh man, I think it's got to be Tyra.
I think they would do that
because I think if they don't give Pantoja the immediate rematch, or if the timetable is going to be a little bit longer than even the company or Van wants to wait, then you absolutely have to strike while the iron's hot with Cop and Van.
Absolutely,
The
yeah.
quick turnaround, the exciting styles, like we just talked about in the last like kind of segment with the fight night review. I think that's absolutely the fight to make. And then it kind of, because when you look, there's really everything else at this point is running it back.
It's a quite drop off,
and it's people coming off of losses.
Yeah,
That's the thing. There's no, to me, there's nothing to gain in taking a fight with a Royval or Moreno or even like an Albazi to risk any of that. Like in Tyra, there's something new and there's but like,
so yeah, El Bazi's fighting Horiguchi in February. That's a firefight. Actually.
oh,
So yeah, Horiguchi could find his way up.
that's kind of crazy too.
Yeah, we'll talk about Horiguchi when we get to the honors because yeah.
But I mean, yeah, if I'm Pantoja, I'm saying title or I'm just sitting. But if they're like, no, we need to, then it's got to be Tyra. I just can't see Tyra leapfrogging Cop for the title shot. Even if it is Pantoja coming back and it's a quick rebooking of that, if I'm Cop, I'll just sit down too and be like, no, I'm not gonna fight Tyra. I'm not gonna do an eliminator. I'm taking shit. I'm gonna sit right here and wait for whoever wins that fight. Because this just, yeah, that's, I think the unfortunate thing about the whole event too is the fact that like that's what we're talking about from the CoMain. And that was one that we were so intrigued by that we couldn't. It was like, well, how's it gonna play out and everything? And Pantoja came out aggressive, and he came out like he was pissed off, like he like wanted to come out and prove a point and be like, nah, this still my shit here, bro. Like,
Yeah,
chill out. And a freak injury, an accident like that, like, yeah, it sucks. And but again, kind of like with 35 in a way, company might be kind of happy because they're like, all right, we kind of hit a reset here on the division that was getting a little bit stagnant and a little bit like predictable and hard to find matchups here, like
with a young striker boxer champion. So yeah.
And we kind of got a bailout on the way it ended.
Yeah.
Like the way that the belt switched hands, we didn't lose the aura of Pantoja. We didn't lose like what his secret sauce or anything. Like it's still there. We can still build it that way. It's just the only way that he could be beat was by this freak accident. And Van, you still have the build there, and like he's even more hungry because he wants to prove that it wasn't a fluke. Like you can make this. That's what they get paid the big bucks for. But I think that they're secretly happy because they're like, oh my gosh, two divisions that were like two of the most boring in the sport. Like with 35, maybe rightfully so, but with Pantoja, unrightful. Like not his. He's great.
I mean, they were going outside.
And he was exciting.
Yeah, they were going outside of the company to find someone to.
Like this fool was finishing fights too.
Yeah.
He ain't 50-43 in people, 50-45, and he ain't he's finishing fights. So like, yeah, I think they're low-key happy at the results of the two main events.
One of the highlights performances for me on this card, Tyra defeating Brandon Moreno. And what I take away from that fight with Tyra is he looks super strong. I don't know his frame. He's filling out with like muscles in his frame, but the way he was getting the back of Moreno and just like, flattening him out on the ground, and like he just looks super strong. Tyra is dangerous, and when we were breaking down this card, I said that Pantoja is probably like number one grappler in the division, but I think Tyra is right behind him because the way this man can get on the back and just do his work is absolutely insane. Yeah, Tyra's a problem, and he's probably going to be for a while, but that's probably like a highlight performance for me.
Oh, 1,000%. It was a highlight of his career. Like it was the
dog.
career performance. And again, like the two, it's kind of crazy that at that top of that division, you have like 3 guys who could rightfully just be like, "Nah, I'm not fighting anyone but the champ." Like, because Tyra could easily throw his name in there too. The only other thing, if I'm Tyra, if it's not Pantoja, because if I'm Tyra too, I think there's something that, unlike Cop or Pantoja, I think there's something there in Tyra that, like, if he were offered either one of them, I'd be like, yo, you take that. Like, I know you, like, we're this club, but I think there's something in taking one of those guys, especially Pantoja.
Mm.
Because if you can knock out the GOAT of the division, then you're like, all right, now it's all on me. It's all on me here. They offer you Cop, I mean, just a chance to boost your name and to just get another one out of the way. But like,
Because people probably forgot that you even fought already. So
that's what I mean. Like the recency
Yeah.
bias and the way that Cop did it.
'cause I believe that was like still kind of in the pandemic or coming out of the pandemic era in like 2022 or 2021, I feel like. But yeah, that'd be a solid matchup too with him and Cop. Yeah, 2021. You got anything else on this?
No, it was, again, if I'm Tyra, I'm sitting. I'm sitting and I'm waiting. You can offer me these names, but after that performance, nah, bro, I'm gonna chill.
And then one of my favorite performances of the night, Payne Talbot defending Henry Cejudo and sending his old ass to the retirement home. I'm super happy. I thought that performance was great. I know the advantages and the reach and the size was obvious, but I just the way Payton Talbot handled everything in the wrestling, getting his own takedowns. I think we saw a full display of what Payton Talbot is capable of. But I've never been a fan of Henry Cejudo, so to see Henry go out like that, and like I just even having that moment of Payne Talbot getting the takedown and like making the face,
Laughing, yeah.
like even that having that moment was cool. But Payne Talbot getting better with the takedown defense and like his own wrestling and takedowns are coming, along with that striking. And I have to say the durability of that man's chin is kind of crazy.
Yeah, he was kind of.
He was taking some
eating
shots,
some.
and like he's been taking shots in the previous fights, but like he just eats them, man. And then maybe that just has to do with the young age, but I think this man is going to have a huge year. And yeah, you guys better watch out, man. Payne Talbot, nails painted and everything, about to come whoop your ass.
The best performance of the night for me.
Yeah.
Just total domination.
Bro, me and Drew were
Like,
just in love with that whole fight, bro. That performance just
couldn't have
crazy.
happened for a better fighter. Couldn't have happened to a worse piece of shit.
Get that triple C shit out of here, dog.
I hated, because if y'all go back and listen to the episode for the preview that week, my big thing was I wanted to know how Henry was going to come out on the podcast. And he didn't do it himself. He let his girlfriend, Kamaro Marty Fake Newsman, fucking take your shit, show the people, man. We're warriors. This is what we do. You know what I mean? So give it up one time. Where his shit was busted, bro. He got his ass whooped. It was beautiful. It was, I would say, right there, like, take your pick, 1A, 1B of the, like, as far as like to this point, career defining performances, like, take your pick between him and Tyra. Those were the two of the night for me. I love your idea of Vera next.
I love it, dude.
I think that the UFC has a chance to really, if they can sit him down, and if he can sit down with his team, and if Frank got to be there, whatever, you sit everyone down and you say, hey man, like, We could tie a rocket ship to your ass. We could send you to the moon. Okay. Fighting style, likability, like good on the mic, respectable but still a troll. Like just it's all there. We just need you to just like, bro, really lock in on it. None of the wishy-washy and I don't know if but I kind of am artsy too and I want to sweat like, bro, just you can do that afterwards. But right now, we can make you a star in this Paramount shit. And we can have it so that by the end of this year, you give us this year, 27 is yours. Like, so let's really, we gave you this spot in this fighter for a reason. So let's go.
This is the type of talent and the type of person that may bring another fan base or a whole type of new fans. And maybe the boomers of the UFC fan base right now who just kind of hate new shit are going to hate it, but
good.
This is what kind of growing the sport looks like, guys. Like kind of just bringing another crowd and another type of people. And I think Payne Talbot, again, has a personality, a bit different with what he likes and, you know, how he goes about his life, but I think it's great. So I'm all for it, man.
And the best part about like the old UFC fans and the usual suspects who we see in those crowds and the guys who sit cage side and stuff and get celebrated with, I think it's great that they're so like the opposite of what he is.
Yeah.
And they'll clown him and the painted fingers and all, and he'll beat the shit out of any of your 35ers, and he's gonna do it exciting and in a way that you're not gonna help but have to like enjoy and be like, damn, dude, that kid can fight. Like that kid is actually really good, bro. Like really good.
So he kind of gives me the feeling like not the same, but kind of similar as like how I thought O'Malley would turn out. Because O'Malley was kind of this nerdy white boy, long, can strike and had the long jab. But then something changed with O'Malley. I feel like he wanted to fit in with the tattoos and kind of just go with this whole thing.
Superstar, man.
Just kind of, he kind of lost me, which it is what it is. But I just feel like Payne Talbot is this guy to just be who he is and not give a fuck about whoever cares. So and I love it, man.
Yep, 1000%. 2026 should be a big year for Talbot.
Two or three fights, man. 2 or 3 fights.
Absolutely.
And then we had Jan Blachowicz and
the Hitman.
Yeah. What's his name?
Guskov.
Guskov. My bad, man. No, hey.
That damn fight.
Yeah, that turned out a draw. I didn't think the second round was gonna give Guskov a 10-8. Because that's what I was like,
robbery.
Because me and Drew both had it 29-28 Jan. So
and I had money on Blachowicz. that was weak.
Yeah,
but it was funny too because I kind of had the feeling, and they kind of talked it up. That was weird too. I had a plan in 26 for as many cards as I can be in front of and listen to. I'm gonna start charting because you already mentioned it from DC earlier with the Murat fight. I'm just gonna start charting the dumb shit that is said during 2026 because it's getting really ridiculous. Like the level of laziness, the level of bias,
but it's Joe
and like trying to steer people in directions of certain fighters and stuff. It's just like, bro, what are we doing,
bro? And Joe and DC kind of bounce off each other. And it's like, fuck, guys. I mean, goodness gracious. You guys, I feel like you guys only watch tape on this one fighter, and you're just now learning about this other fighter that he's fighting, and you just kind of go with the narrative of
Anik is pushing his agendas and narratives and storylines in the middle of it all, and there's sometimes that like I remember when I hate to be the old man, like get off my lawn, kids, but like I remember when like Goldie and Rogan, man, that was fun, dude.
Shout out Goldberg.
It was great, man. A better time. And now it's just like, now there's times, and it's not just that. Like, I hate Bisping with the British fighters.
Oh yeah,
because he's got his clear bias and agenda. Like, if they put some of the real ones in the booth, the events would be so much more enjoyable. They really would. Some of these events, especially towards the end of ESPN time, just been like, dude, like, you guys aren't even trying anymore, man.
So this is why I like Dominic Cruz, is because he doesn't fuck around like
Mhm.
with his takes, and it's like he kind of calls people out on their shit and what they
Yep.
say.
Yep.
He kind of keeps DC in check with the stuff that he says. Like DC,
Oh,
what
he'll
are you talk-"
question. He'll
Yeah.
question. Yep.
So that's why I love the pairings of DC with Dominic Cruz, and then Paul Felder along. I think
Felder's I
I
love
think
Felder.
Felder
Man.
is should replace Joe Rogan.
Oh, talk about it, man.
I think him with Anik and DC. I mean, Paul Felder brings just a level-headedness to the table.
Mhm. He's
And Cole,
funny.
yeah.
He's quick. Like,
Yeah, bro.
he's another one though that's been in the cage. Like, he's had a fighter call him out in a post fight interview. Like, you know, like, come on, man.
So yeah, Paul Felder is actually one of my favorite analysts, commentary team. So, but the prelims for this card was fire too.
God bless Manuel Torres.
Drew called it. We both wanted Torres to win, but to see Dawson go down like that, El Loco, thank you, sir. What a knockout!
Get him out of my life.
We had Duncan finishing
Terrence
McKinney. Macy Barber's back. That's a good performance from her. Way to get back in the win column. Sadikov versus Ziam. Now, guys, at 155, this man Ziam, Faraz Ziam is at number 15 right now in the 155 division. This guy is a fucking problem. Yeah, expect them to see him on every UFC Paris card, maybe CoMain, maybe. But this guy is going to be a fucking problem. I'm telling you right now. Vittori. Oh, fuck,
man, everyone's favorite racist, bro. It might be a wrap, dog.
Jeez, man.
We might get that tweet. Fighter to watch and the X next to
removed from
Marvin Vittori, man. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna hate to see that.
Yeah, man. Goodness,
but it's scary hours for Marvin.
That was my last time backing Marvin Vittori in the fight, guys. I'm calling it right now. I'm done. I'm sorry, I just can't do it no more.
He's lost 5 of 6.
Oh, man.
He's lost 6 of his last 8, 7 of his last 9 fights. Sorry, like, bro, Marvin.
There's a league out there for you, man. But
you know what he's gonna do, right? He's gonna go to bare knuckle.
There you go. Or find a league that does like infinity rounds and just whoever drops
marathon fighter.
Whoever drops first loses. You win though, man. But we had Jalen Turner. Oh man, shout out Edson Barbosa, man.
Another one that
love. That one hurt. But Jalen Turner, he might be back, but he was getting touched up by Edson Barbosa too. So but it's good to see Jalen Turner back in good spirits. Seems like he's in a good place. But he's a very interesting name to kind of throw into that 155 division. Or I don't know if he's going to move up to 170 and give that a shot. I don't know. But yeah, nice little bounce back. And then the new Polish power with Baranowski. Baranowski and Aslan, probably one of the craziest one-round fights you're ever going to see in your life. Goodness gracious. Abdul Malik is getting Dern's ex-boyfriend out of here, tapping his ass out. And Turkali.
I sent the call.
And then I do want to shout out Myron Santos with the weight miss at 145. I tweeted this. At 145, Myron Santos is someone to look out for, guys. Yeah, this might be a name in the top 10, top 5 at the end of the 2026. But yeah, for this card, I went 8-5-1, and then the units plus 9.8 units on the card, guys. I placed like 11 bets for this card, and only 3 or 4 of them hit. And I went heavy with just 1 unit for those 4 bets, and they cashed out. And I will read those bets. Let's see, because I had the Jan. I put Jan money line. And I had Zion versus Sadikov under 2.5 rounds at plus 165. Again, Peter Yan money line is plus 325. I had the Joshua Van money line at plus 190, and then I had the Joshua Van TKO KO plus 550. That's where all the money came, guys. So those 4 bets right there got me to that. So it's crazy. Sorry, Pantoja, but I was happy for my bankroll that day. But yeah, guys, that's 3 cards in a row that we are ending on top of, getting money back in the bank account. So want to talk about the UFC honors? Want to give some awards out, our favorite for these.
Yeah, man. So I'm reading over here the creator of Call of Duty passed away.
Oh yeah, dude, I saw that too. In a car crash.
Yeah.
Hey, Modern Warfare 2 was the one, man. Thank you for that. On Xbox 360, man. That was the one.
Oh man. Yeah, we can get into this.
But we can go. Well, before we get into the awards, you want to just talk about the last 7 years in the ESPN era?
It was a roller coaster.
It really was. Streams going out. Enjoy this. Enjoy this screen while we kind of get ready for the.
Oh my gosh!
Absolutely shit.
Oh man,
pissed me off every single time. I hate that we didn't get to see the walkouts. So Paramount, please, we want to see the walkouts of the fights, especially the prelims. They didn't show the prelim walkouts.
That was commercial time. That was advertiser time. Yeah.
So hopefully they find a way around that. But yeah, like you said, kind of up and down.
It didn't. So I remember the first exciting oh man, it's about to hit for real was the Fox deal, right? When the UFC hit with Fox. But again, that's good old days. That's when fighters had the whole banner in their corner and stuff, and there was
the flags,
advertising, and you wore your own trunks with your advertising. You got your own money, right? You went and found your money. But that just felt like a big crossover. Okay, now everyone's gonna get to see it, and then Disney bought it because that's who bought it. ESPN is owned by Disney. ABC is owned by Disney. Disney owns it all. So Mickey Mouse was buying your mixed martial arts. And if you think that the most rich corporation in the world, or one of them in the world, other than Amazon and stuff and the Waltons, but Disney, if you think that they weren't going to have their hands in everything and make sure their money was right, make sure everything. I think one of the big things from that Disney left alone was they kind of during the ESPN time, they let Dana really become that dude.
The guy, the face for this.
He became a political figure in all of this because he was at rallies and he was supporting that dude and had him cage side. And that's what sucks about the end of the ESPN time for me is it just felt like it was just a big political ad every event.
And I feel like everything is kind of like that now. It's just so
we can't even separate it from our sports anymore. And he was literally front row. They don't show fighter entrances, right? Because they got to go to commercials, but they would show him for 10 minutes walking out like a fighter would, shaking hands and everything and blah, 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 and everyone's over there kissing his ass and stuff. And it's just bro, but I can't see the main event of the undercard of prelims. I can't see those fighters walk out. I just got to get to the prep area that's sponsored by someone, and the only reason you're showing me that is because it's sponsored by someone and you have to say their name. Monaco, get your booze and your energy at the same damn time. As Patty Pimblett checks in, and it's yeah, we can't see Patty walk out though. One of the most electric walkouts in the game, we can't see that? Nah. Because we got to show commercials.
Yep.
And we got, but we can show the president. right before we cut to the pay-per-view. But we're also, after we look at the president for 10 minutes, we're going to cut away to the screen you mentioned for 3 minutes, wondering if the feed is even started yet, or if it's going to start, or if it's just going to cut in the middle of it. Like, it started out good. There was a lot of hope, and there was a lot put into it. I also, you know what I won't miss about the ESPN time? The biggest thing I won't miss is the people like Ryan Clark coming over to MMA on SportsCenter, Stephen A. Smith faking like he knows anything about MMA and talking about it just because he's an ESPN employee. And that's the thing. ESPN, if you're on them and you're in it, they're gonna milk everything they can out of you, bro. Especially if they put money into you like they did that. The only time people care about hockey in this country on a casual basis, if you're not in a big hockey city, is when it's on ESPN, and that's just because you can't escape it, because they're going to advertise it. They're going to put it on SportsCenter. They're going to put it on First Take so that Stephen A. can argue with somebody who actually knows what they're talking about the sport. So, like, I won't miss them force-feeding podcasts. I won't miss them force-feeding shows. I won't miss the oversaturation of the product, because that's what happens when you belong to ESPN. Again, like I said, you have Ryan Clark and Stephen A. Smith put on camera as experts of MMA.
What's the boxing guy they always had on the
Teddy Atlas?
Yeah, keep that guy over there. God. Paramount, don't bring this guy over here, all right? Let Chael be Chael with the boys.
But that's what I worry about too. Like, it's like, all right, I need Paramount to go get Chael's contract. Because I need coked out Chael Sonnen at the end of my Saturday night.
It's fire, yeah.
Because nothing hits the same post game as Anthony Smith either being really well dressed or really shitty dressed. I hate to admit I really like him on the mic too. I like his analysis afterwards. Brett Okamoto.
Shout out Brett. Yeah, I like Brett.
Even though I feel like he's an asshole sometimes on there, I don't like his attitude, but he's good. And coked out Chael, man. Like, I need them.
It just works.
And it's a comfort after the pay-per-view's over that I'm just used to them being up in the very top of T-Mobile. And like, I'm used to that. I need that at Paramount. And that was cool about ESPN, that they gave them that space to do that. But again, like much of anything with ESPN goes, like it starts out great. There's a bunch of fanfare because it's ESPN and they're going to put a lot of money behind it. And then by the end of it, it's like, all right, man, we're cool here. Like, even the NFL has scaled back with ESPN. Like, everyone is like, it's just a lot. And the way that the politics leaned at the end, it just kind of made a lot of this stuff like it wasn't as enjoyable as it used to be for me. And hopefully with Paramount, that'll change. And I'm curious to see the new format and how it all looks.
Yeah,
because that's going to be different, getting used to like the way that even the graphics look on everything, and the cutaways, and who all gets retained and who doesn't. And they've been kind of really quiet about that so far.
They really have been under wraps.
Like, they haven't kind of been like, hey, this is going to be our pay-per-view team, and this is going to be our this and that, because I don't know if technically they're all still Disney employees.
Right.
So you have to buy them out.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like, because they're not UFC employees.
No.
They're Disney employees. So I don't know how that all is going to work. And maybe that's part of why there's so much time
in
between events in this little kind of off season we talked about. But
that makes sense.
The fight announcements are still coming. So that's good. And that's going to be much like the Fox deal, much like the ESPN deal again. At the beginning, you get hit with a lot of fire because they want you to get those subscriptions. They want you to get their feet in the door, and then we'll kind of see where it goes from there.
Yeah, we'll see what mid-year looks like next year going into the last quarter of 2026, because they do really ramp up the end of the year.
I was going to say, talk to me around Fight Week 2027.
Yeah.
Into this Paramount deal, and we'll see if we still excited about the stuff they're putting on, or if we're just like, all right, here's another Apex card in the new Apex with people in it. Great.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the numbered events look. the press conferences for those, just everything involved with
the press conferences, right?
The numbered events, the pay-per-view event, the events or whatever. Just interested to see how those look.
The part of the ESPN thing too that was actually cool, and that I hope Paramount, again, quiet. We haven't heard even about Dana White's contendership. Like, how much? Where are we going to go for the access? Is it still just going to be, all right, UFC is going to keep giving us embedded? Is it going to be something Paramount's going to take over more and be like, no, we're going to do like an Inside the NFL, how we have that. We're going to do that with the UFC, or we're going to have more. I'm curious to see that part of it, because I do, me, I love the embeddeds. I love getting into the fighters' heads and behind the scenes stuff. So I wonder if that's going to stay consistent with the Paramount deal, or Paramount's going to give us more or less or what. But again, with all the new deals with these, we're like, I'm excited to see the beginning of it. And the products on paper that they're giving us so far through February?
Like March,
yeah.
It's
fire.
Some firefights being announced.
Fire. Guys. So far so good on this end for me.
But yeah, what I will remember just part of the COVID era, them coming out first with being live sports in the during COVID and all that pandemic. I will still remember the first pay-per-view. It was Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson coming back. That was our first pay-per-view event during the pandemic. I will always remember that card. Francis Ngannou was knocking out Biggie Boy. Gaethje, Tony Ferguson headlining. Like, I will always remember that card. That's when Michael Chandler made his debut and knocked out Dan Hooker. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
He's been begging ever since.
Crazy. But great fights, man. Let's get into 2025 awards from us. We'll kind of name our favorites, what we have on our list, but we'll kind of talk about it. But we'll go your best KO or best knockout of the year, 2025. For me, I have at the top of my list, I have Ilia Topuria knocking out Charles.
Same.
UFC 317. It's like we knew it was gonna happen, but just seeing Charles go out, it breaks my heart. But I was also hyped as fuck. Like,
it was, for me, it was the significance of it.
Yeah.
It was who it was against. It's who it was. It was how cold he was about it too, and being like, this is just some business type of shit. Like, he's the best.
Yeah.
Like, I love him. Like, it was,
man.
Like, okay. So here's the thing, right? We just threw these out, right? We didn't really set parameters or talk about like, well, what are you gonna consider? Like, nah, it's just hey, what do you think? So like,
we're just throwing these out
visually. And here's the thing, it totally backs up the choice visually. But like, visually, you could argue that like, yeah, the Roofy and Bobby Green,
that's on my list
the
too.
kick. Oh, incredible.
Aesthetically, just probably one of the cleanest.
Come on, man.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be in highlight reels forever.
And the way Roofy stood like this after, he just like looked at his work,
bro.
Oh my goodness.
Protez, take your pick. Geoff, Leon Edwards.
I'm gonna go Leon Edwards.
Like,
man. To see Leon go out like that,
yeah.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Lerone or Diego Lopez. So the elbows,
I have
spinning elbows, right?
I have Diego Lopez KO over Gene Silva at UFC Notre Dame. I have Quillen Salkill.
Yep. That was my next one I was going to mention.
Oh man,
yep.
that guy still might be not sleeping right now at UFC 321. And then this might be a sleeper, guys. At UFC Vegas 109, I have Elijah Smith KO slam over Kazama.
Oh man,
yeah, like it's like a wrestling move, but he just fucking slammed his. Oh,
that one was scary too, because that was one where he was down for a minute. Yeah, that one was nuts. So, again, significance, much like Ilia, Poatan getting his belt back. It wasn't aesthetically at all, but it was just like it was the
how easy he made it look.
how easy and the excitement and the leader, and it was just the elbow, and it was just like it was just like the crescendo of it. I loved every bit of that. For obvious reasons. One, because of who he was, and just because of how fucking weak it was. RDR taking out Bo Nickel.
I didn't put it on here. I totally forgot about that. Hell yeah.
Also on my other hater shit, Yuri and Jamal, man. Jamal, I get him out of my life, dog. Especially with the come on, bro.
He's fighting. He's got drama with Joanna. I didn't even know they went on a date. That's interesting too.
Bro,
I was like,
he released the whole DMs.
I was like, damn, Joanna, damn, y'all just all right.
He was gonna smash Johan like
that's
2 years ago.
He
was gonna get
crazy, bro.
One of the GOAT's draws, dog.
Joanna, don't ever go that route, okay?
That's insane. Jamal Hill?
What? I was shocked. I was like, Joanna, you
Hill. I thought so. Like
you about it like that.
It went up from like as high as it could go from respect for her to just like, oh. Ugh. So yeah, Yuri knocking out Jamal. That was one of the other ones that rounded out my list. But again, it was 1,000%.
I got Ilya, dog.
It was 1,000%. Again, who it was against, who it was, it was just, yeah, man. It backed up everything that he said. So for me, yeah, Ilya.
Let's go best submission, and this is where the list kind of gets thin because, like, yeah, there were submission wins, but again, significance for me, there wasn't much like submissions this year. I feel like it was really top heavy submissions, but I may go a totally different route from a lot of people, but I'm going Horiguchi submission over Tagir at UFC Qatar. Horiguchi coming back to the UFC and people counting him out. He was an underdog in that fight, and submitting Tagir and making him look like not even a ranked fighter was insane to me. And to finish Tagir was so that's probably one of my favorite submissions. I got
Lord John and Bryce Mitchell.
That's on my list too. That shit, just the hype of that fight.
Yeah. That was a tense fight.
Yeah.
That felt like, honestly, a fight like back when you was like in school.
Yeah, dog.
And you was in the bathroom. Because we're just like, what? I know they really don't like, these niggas don't like each other, bro. Like, we waited for this one. Sean Brady and Leon Edwards, significance. Fluffy and Dolidze, that one just optically, how he just drugged this thing. He's just like, get your ass, and just dumped him like after.
That's a great one.
A drubbing of a fight too.
I did not even think of that.
Like,
that's a great
one of the most dominant performances of the year. My man Ignacio Bahamondes with Jalen Turner on some hater shit. RDR when he took out Kevin Holland. But for me, and again, it's a significance thing. And for me, it was almost the solidifying, the passing of the guard, the start, I guess the continuation and I guess stamping of the domination. And who knows? We'll see in a month or so or however long. Merab and O'Malley. Was Merab just taking that and making it look easy against the guy who was supposed to be the guy who Dana wanted? I mean, and who that might be the fraud check of the year too. I mean, TBD, but again,
people really buying that hype of O'Malley correcting the mistakes and getting back his belt.
Shit, I did.
Yeah, like
I did.
And the way Merab performed in that fight. And to finish O'Malley,
yes,
respect.
So again, much like it's the same as the knockout. It's the importance, the significance, who it was against, the springboard that it sent Marab on to, and it sent O'Malley back to, okay, I'm not gonna fight until I'm fighting Song Yadong now, and I'm gonna come out and try to and we'll ask the same questions when we do that fight breakdown that we asked before that fight where he got choked out by Marab. But for me, that was and I'd say probably second would be the fluffy one, just because optically and
bro.
Just, if you watch that fight, he was again,
crazy.
it was absolute, like, because that was that like the fourth round?
Yeah,
He did him with the fifth. It was the fourth or the fifth.
Yeah. It was
like there may have been like 2 10-8s in there. Like he was beating this dude. It was like the type of ass whooping, like if somebody put hands on your sister or something, or like your baby cousin. They're like, oh, your boyfriend did what to you? Oh yeah, nah. I'm gonna go over there and just whoop his ass for 20 minutes and then just you trying to go back in the house, get your ass out, and just threw him. Like, for me, that was my runner-up, just because again, that was yeah, that one was nasty.
Man, I completely forgot about that one. That was fire too.
Yeah, that was nasty work.
And because I won money off of this, I'm just gonna name it. I'll show my buy-up submitting Alex Perez. Yeah, I just gotta name it because I plus like 325. So let's go to best fight. At the top of my list is Royval versus Van at UFC 323.
Book it.
I have Rebecca versus Duncan at UFC Vegas 108. And on that same card, we had Elvis Brenner versus Esteban Ribovics. Absolutely insane fight. And then probably one of my favorite title fights of this year, and we have to thank the wrestler for not wrestling, but I have to go Jack Della versus Muhammad. Just because it was a pretty great fight. It's probably one of my favorite title fights this year at UFC 315. But yeah, that's probably some of my favorite fights.
Before I name, I'll just go with some of the ones that came across mine. And I actually rewatched it because I was kind of in and out of it at work that night. Holloway and Poirier 3. It's a good fight. I don't know why. It wasn't a good fight, but I just enjoyed it. I think it was more of like the performance of it. Khalil and Jamal. As far as like, yeah,
Baku, right? UFC.
Yeah. Main event of Baku.
No, like just
I think it was again more of the performance of Khalil, and there was a tension in that fight too that really had me like just
just the patience of Khalil, and like
the way he attacked too was just
he just had this demeanor of him, just like holy shit, this guy
going like hammer jabs, like just hammer fist jabs, like he was honestly, and again, performance wise, Marab and Jan just at 323
fire. I love that fight too.
Good fight. And because again, it's Royval and Van for me. My runner up to that was Yuri and Khalil. That was that was a great, it was emotional. Khalil had ups and downs. I felt something on both ends at the end of that. Like, I felt great for Yuri. I won money on Yuri. I felt hurt for Khalil. I've become such a Khalil Roundtree fan in 2025. He's based off like merit, or like, so he shouldn't be anywhere near fighter of the year, but he's one of my fighters of the year just because like I've really enjoyed watching him this year and like learning more about him and stuff. And like anybody from LA, I'm a root for. But like that fight, and it was a dope fight, and the way it ended, like he went out on his shield type shit, and it was crazy because it almost felt inevitable despite the fact that like Khalil was giving him work the whole fight, and it was just like, what is Yair? And then Yair just comes out what a great fight.
I mean, down 2 rounds, and then to third round, just go balls to the wall and just find the finish.
And then stand in the crowd and cry when Alex won. Like,
that meme is hilarious.
Oh man.
Oh man.
How do you not like Yuri, man?
But it's crazy. Like Yuri's thinking about going down
to 85.
That's big ass motherfucker, man. Like
he would. I would love it because he would kill Chimaev.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but that was my runner up. But I mean, it's Royval and Van, man. What a fight! The stakes involved, what it did for Van's career, what Royval's done since. Like Royval now is trending down in a major way.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like a second half of the third, maybe even like 2 minutes or a second half in the third round away from potentially snatching that title fight.
Yeah.
And us having this whole different discussion today, but instead Van beats him like, it was, that was a crazy fight. It was back and forth. There were stakes involved. It had it all. Like, that was a dope fight. For me, that I don't even know, like, again, like we talked about before we came on it, a lot of these seemed pretty kind of straightforward and simple. This one seemed like the biggest no-brainer of the year to me. Like this was the fight of the year. I don't know. There were great fights, but like this one this was a cut above for me.
I'll say the best fighter for last. Let's go your favorite event or card or the best event. For me, I have this is early in the year. I have UFC Seattle. Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong. 8 finishes on that fight. I love Song Yadong's performance. Got to see Hernandez finish, or not finish, or beat Brendan Allen. But there are some really good fights on this card, man. I really enjoyed the card. I kind of like to put asterisks or name what I felt after the card on my notes after I finish. And I had to put like 8 finishes, one of my favorite fight cards of the year. Like, I really came away liking that UFC Seattle. I have Volkanovski versus Lopez, UFC 314 written down as well. I have UFC 315, Jack Della versus Bilal, that fight card as well. And then probably UFC 317 takes the cake for me. International Fight Week, man.
That's mine.
The main event, or even the main card, the pay-per-view card.
Oh, the pay-per-view card was nuts.
And I remember, I mean, we both were kind of like, who's going to headline? Who's going to, I feel the card was up in the air for a long time, and who's going to headline this? And it all turned out pretty great, man.
I mean, it gave us our knockout of the year.
Moments.
It gave us Pantoja and Kai Kara. Van Royval, our fight of the year.
Yeah, bro. It just
Benny and Moicano.
Fire, dog.
Peyton Talbot beating Lima. Like on the undercard, it gave us. I forgot to mention this one. Another one of the knockouts of the year. RoboCop and Hermanson. Like
that body. Body.
Cortez and Araujo. Like
prelims are cool. Yeah, but that main card
card was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
There was another one that it main card carried some of it. We saw it's 320. Pereira and Ankalaev too, right? So we also have Merab and Sandhagen on there, which had its moment, but it ended up being that was Yuri and Khalil. That was Zalal and Josh Emmett. Pfeiffer and Abus. That's when they really started to get the push behind the T. Gautier. That's when we really found out that Patrick Mix was an absolute bona fide fraud.
Oh, we gotta shout out Wiglax, man. Like
Week locks, baby.
2026, bro. We gotta see you, bro.
Hey, man. We just talking about Johanna, okay? Like that.
Poland got some fighters on this roster that, like, yeah, they could make some noise.
Yeah, that I enjoyed that card.
Nice card.
323 was really good, honestly.
It was, bro.
Like 323 was fun.
It was. I enjoy that card too.
Yeah, but for me it is. It's 317, man.
I'll pull that card up right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's 317. 317 and 320 for me are probably going to be my two tops.
And then let's go best fighter. So I have 4 fighters written down on mine. I'll just kind of throw them out there. I got Joshua Van. He went 4-0 this year, UFC champ. I know it ended like that, but I just think the consistency and just him showing up this year, and having probably the best fight of the year with Royval. I have Peter Yan. He went 2-0, but he dethroned Marab and made it just a clear win, which I didn't think was ever going to happen. I have Marab. He's 3-1, but I just think the 3 fights that he did win this year is impressive, especially that Umar fight. I still that performance is insane from Marab. But my number 1 fighter is probably Islam Makhachev. Just the way he moved up to 170 and the way he made JDM look broke my damn heart. But man, the respect for me that I have for him now is kind of gone up. It's crazy.
If JDM wins that, is he fighter of the year hands down?
JDM?
Yeah. If he beats Islam, he's fighter of the year hands down.
Hell
right?
Yeah. He would have been on this list. Absolutely. But yeah, it's Islam. I didn't want to do it, but fuck.
Hey man, greatness. You know,
it really is.
I get it. I like you. I had multiple names that I kind of crossed my mind. As I spoke about earlier, Jan, 2-0. Another 2-0 fighter that kind of flew under the radar with his 2-0, even though there were 2 super quality wins, and the way that he won them after bouncing back. Yuri was 2-0. He beat Jamal Hill and beat Khalil. Knocked them both out after Pereira knocked him out again. A quiet but really productive and really solid 2025 for Yuri. I, spoiler alert, expect a big year out of him in 26, a big Yuri out of him in 26. See what I did there? A guy that has kind of flown under the radar this year as well. Also a 2-0 year, and I forgot to mention him, and I hate myself for forgetting to mention him for knockouts of the year. Imavov. 2-0 against that fucking fraud. Izzy, who again, knockout of the year candidate.
Oh man,
because it happened like in January.
Yeah,
January or February last year,
February,
or this year, right?
February, yeah.
And then to beat Kyle, right? So, and everyone's looking at him like, hey man, you might be the guy at 85 to get the boogeyman up out of here.
And to say that his background is wrestling, that's what people are saying.
And you'd have no idea.
Holy shit, please.
You'd have no idea. So that he had a big year quietly under the radar.
I like that one, dude.
He was up there for me. Again, just on a personal level, Khalil Roundtree probably had the biggest turnaround in my book as far as like guys that I was like, I don't know, or I just didn't really care for him. But like, he had a big turnaround for me. I really like Khalil Roundtree and hope he has a big 26.
26, I need to see Khalil Roundtree use his leg kicks more, man. Please, bro.
But for me, it was Josh Van. It was Van. It's hard to it's hard to deny.
Was he 24?
He's
23?
24.
Yeah.
He just look. I don't like the way he won the belt either. I thought it was. I had to remind myself like he's a kid still, because like also like it was like, man, what are you jumping around for? Like you didn't do shit.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't do anything. Like what? Why are you celebrating? Like you actually won something. But he did. He beat the best at it. He had a year that was, mind you, he also fought in December of 24, right? So he fought in December 24, beat Cody Durden by decision. Comes back in March, beats Ray Cerruti by decision.
Fire performance.
Bruno Silva beats him.
Yep.
3 weeks later.
Royval.
3 weeks later, fight of the year against Royval.
That's fucking crazy.
And then has to sit and just waits. Because that was like the biggest inactivity. That fool still went 4-0 this year and sat for that long because of the 3 week. Like, but that for me, and to do that, yeah, again, you're turning 24.
I'm telling you, man, with a full training camp, and if this guy starts getting his grappling under control and like grows in that aspect, holy cow. Oh my goodness.
And here's the thing, right? Like, and we talked about this in the preview to 323. He's so young that, say he does fight Pantoja next and Pantoja smokes him, and he's gonna be the champion again one day.
He's gonna be like Max. Like Max had like 3 primes, bro. Like 2 primes.
He is going to be a 2-time champion if he's not just a 1-time all the way through flyweight champion. He'll get it back again.
Yeah,
he absolutely will. So for me, fighter of the year, it was almost like a it was low key, almost like a Marab 24 run, where you're just like, oh, this guy, and it might go up even in 26, because now he's the champ. He's gonna be a bigger face. Like, he'll fight on short notice. He'll save your events. Like, it's like a Poetan 23-24 run, Marab 24 run. Like, I just want to get out here and fight, man. Get out here and fight, get these belts, and boom, 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 boom. So for me, despite the way it ended, even though he's the champ, it ended. Josh Van, fighter of the year for me.
Nice, man. I love that Imavov shout out there too.
Oh man,
it's
not his fault. Nobody want to fight the dude, man. Everybody's scared of this nigga, man. And again, he's another one. Like, if I'm him, I'm like, yo, you know what?
Yeah,
I'll chill, bro. What's up? I'm waiting for you.
All right. Here we are to give our predictions for who is going to end 2026 as a champion. We're going to start with the women's divisions first. Then we'll move to the lighter weight classes of the men, and we'll just go up. So we'll start with the women's strawweight division. Who's going to end 2026 as your champion, dude?
It's going to be really hard to... Look, man.
She'll forgive you, bro.
Look. Mackenzie Dern going to be the champion as long as she want to be the champion. But if a certain former champion were to drop back down like they should, and they are, I believe, after that snoozer of a performance.
Terrible.
Would it surprise me if they came back down and took their belt back? It wouldn't be the most shocking thing ever. So you take that how you will, but I'm never not going to say it.
Yeah.
I'm never going to say Mackenzie Dern ain't going to be the damn champion.
Yeah. Okay.
It's strawweight, all right? But if someone else named Wei Lee came back down to the division and won, you wouldn't have to color me surprised.
The wording of it's hilarious.
Clip that.
Mackenzie, you don't have to see my boy, man. Come on now.
Bro, if you ever catch her at Walmart, I need you to call me. I don't care if I'm at work. I will leave work immediately. I'll hop on the
Oh,
215
shit.
and I will be there. You stall as much. I will pull up and I'll listen to a Brazilian podcast on the way to learn Portuguese. I don't care, man. I will be there no matter what.
Okay. Again, if Weili moves down, I think Weili takes the belt back. I think it would be dumb for Weili to stay at flyweight. I mean, she's too small, man. But who knows? But as of right now, let's say Weili's out of the picture. It's
Tati, Loopy,
I'm gonna go. Shit, bro. I hate my decision.
Fatima Klein.
Fatima's 2027, man.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm saying, I know, you know.
I want to lean Tatiana Suarez as champion. But if not, give me Mackenzie Dern end as 2026 champion. If Weili's not in the picture, give me and still Mackenzie Dern and 2026 as champion. Women's flyweight division.
This is another kind of question marky one.
Yeah.
Because it kind of depends on how the champ moves.
I'm gonna go with. She has a fight booked already, but I'm gonna go with Natalia Silva to win and be champion at the end of 2026.
Assuming that Shevchenko stays and doesn't go entertaining moving up, and still
nice.
And I think this might be it too. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point, like if she can't get another super fight, because I feel like that might be like, I mean, she did say like, oh, Blanchfield looked good, and Blanchfield was on the bit like Macy Barber can kind of like now that she's back in the fold, but like, yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's much left for her.
Yeah, I think Shevchenko should be at the fight of Kayla Harrison and Nunes, and just, I don't know, maybe they start talking, stop popping off.
You know, she's always going to be down to fight Nunes again.
Yeah.
You know, like she's always going to want that get back. So, and Harrison, I mean, that again, it's a super fight. And we know, I think, should we just move there?
Let's move there.
Because
women's bantamweight division.
What I've heard from Harrison and what I've heard from people that talk about Harrison is that she ain't in this shit to be a GOAT. She ain't in this shit for the longevity. She is in it because she's dominant. She's great. It's the next logical move for her as far as like making money. And she just wants big fights and big names from this point going forward. And like she wants the money fights. And that's it, the super fights. So logically, I mean, I guess Juliana Pena could literally talk her way into a rematch with either one of Harrison or Nunes, but that's not a super fight. That's not a money fight. That's another co-main.
I feel like half of this was just Kayla Harrison wanting to prove everybody that she can become champion, and she did.
1,000%.
Like, yeah,
that's it. That's it, right? 1,000%. And that getting to that then opens up all the other stuff that you want to do.
Yes.
So now you've proven that you can do that. Okay, check that off. What's next? Oh, I'll just take on the GOAT, arguably, of women's MMA, period. And if I beat her, it's like, okay, what's next? Well, then I'll take on maybe the second
number
GOAT
two.
of women's MMA all time, and I'll get her out of here. And if no one else has been built up in that time, then I'll just call it a day and shift into the next money-making avenue of whatever this can get me. Yeah. I say all that to say, I think Harrison's still going to be the champion. I think she's going to beat Amanda. I think she's a force. Like, and I think that like her kids, her little adopted kids and her little farm ranchy, whatever I did, like, and I think she really cares about this shit. And I think it's messed up, and you can edit this out if you want, that I'm looking right at your Vikings hat and seeing her in it right now. You just take the mustache off and it look like Kayla Harrison.
Oh, shit.
But nah, I think No, I think she's a real, like, she's legit good, and like we haven't really had to see her get tested yet. So I think that'll be interesting. I want to see like if Amanda catches her with a good one, like if it's gonna put her on her ass or if she's just gonna eat it and just whoop, here come the takedown. Like I'm curious for that aspect, but I think overall, I think she's just too dominant, man. And that's a lot. It's like you taking time off, and man, like you being mom, like
Yeah,
you Mr. Mom and shit. I don't know how that
it's a tall task to come back to Kelly Harrison. That's a big task.
who's just focused on this shit. Like this is what she, you know,
But yeah, it's between Kelly Harrison or Amanda Nunes. Who
basically.
I mean,
You have two choices because like who like again Juliana
Norma
Dumont
Dumont is the next person.
That was the only other name that I saw that I was like, well,
yeah, I'll go Kelly Harrison too.
Yeah, I mean,
but my money will talk on Amanda Nunes when that fight comes around.
And that's the thing. Maybe fight week, see workouts, we see where her head's at, see what kind of shape they're both in, because that cut, it's probably always going to be a monster for Kayla, and she always looks miserable as fuck on the scales. But yeah, man, until then, give me Kayla and still.
Yeah, same here. Let's go to the men's. Let's go men's flyweight division. Right now we have Joshua Van, who will be the champion end of 2026 for you.
I hate that I'm saying this.
Oh fuck.
Manel Kopp.
Ooh!
I think he's gonna be the champ.
I'm a motherfucking star boy.
You and your whole team are I died.
Baby, get their diapers, baby. Damn.
Dude, he's just looks so locked in. He's been a champion before in a division in an organization where the division mattered over in Ryzen. That's the reason they came and got him. He has seen the highest of levels. He's rounding into like perfect form. He's got his daughter in there and stuff now with him. Like what have we talked about with fighters, man? The maturation of when you become a dad, something there's this flip that just switches with certain fighters. And I don't know, he just seems like everything is just really clicking for him right now. The Van fight is a beautiful fight stylistically for him. That matters a lot because if it were him fighting Pantoja, I might think differently. But I also think if he can beat Van, that's also just the confidence he doesn't lack for confidence at all. And I think that will just skyrocket it even more. And that's who knows what would be next or how the division is going to shake out. But I think by the end of it, Manel Kopp is just right. Like, man, he looks. Check this out, right? Van was my fighter of the year. Manel Kopp to me looks like the scariest 25er right now. So for me, and new, that's Manel Kopp.
That's fire.
And that's not even the craziest one I got.
Oh boy. I'm gonna stay with Joshua Van to end as champion 2026. Maybe I like the stylistic matchups for him. Kind of like how you like Kopp for the stylistic. I kind of like the boxing a little bit more.
It's pick your striker.
Yeah,
you know?
It really, really is. And if Mokaev is not, if there's a no wrestling threat in this top 5 of this division, I think these again, pick a striker. I'm gonna pick Joshua Van. So yeah. Bantamweight division. Who will be your champion at the end of 2026?
This is
kind of crazy, dog.
This is an interesting one for me. And I hate to admit it, not because of the fighter, but because of what it does to the division. But my pick for bantamweight champion end of 26 and new again, Merab, I think he should sit his ass down,
The layoff is going to do so much for him.
chill out, look at a bunch of tape, work on your striking more. Don't just be a bulldozer of takedowns. Maybe work on that striking to find new entrances into the takedowns. So then you can implement the game plan on the ground that way. But like, just sit down, bro, and relax. Brother, relax. Take some time, get a whole camp in, get healed up and everything. You have 2 fights now of tape. Like, I don't know if he takes a fight in between, but I think that by the end of the year, he will be back on top of the division. And again, I like him as a fight. I just hate what it does potentially to the division.
And it's not crazy at all, man. Like, this guy hasn't lost in like 8 years. So a loss for this type of fighter is actually scary for what's coming next for his next opponent. Because if he's resting and finally sitting down and thinking about everything and like looking at tapes, coming up with the game plan for a fight, his next fight, it's going to be fucking dangerous for whoever he fights.
We know he has a good team.
Absolutely,
he has a great team behind him.
So I think rest and preparation is actually one of the most dangerous things that this man can do right now. And whoever fights him next, if it's Jan, it's going to be Jan's hardest fight probably ever. So,
Who you got?
I'm actually going to agree with Drew here. I'm going to go with Merab again. Like I just said, preparation and rest for this guy is going to be insane. And I just don't know if maybe it's just that one night Peter Yan was on and Merab was just kind of sluggish and kind of off that night.
You know what? Is it like Ankalaev and Pereira maybe? Ankalaev on a crazy run, saving events, running himself into the ground fighting, runs into the perfect guy for him. Guy looks unbelievable against him, controls it, wins. Pereira finally takes the right time off.
Again, that's the thing.
Relaxes, gets himself right.
Pereira was saving these cards.
Sat down. Finally sat his ass down. Comes out, smokes him. And I'm not saying that's what Merab will do. Merab's version of smoking someone is 50-44, but like, just follow that model and sit down, relax. Look what happens.
So it really depends on when Merab comes back, because if he comes back before June, I actually hate that for him. But if he comes back after June, that's fucking dangerous for whoever fights him. And
big facts.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna go with Merab getting his belt back. And I just think that was just a rare performance from Jan that I don't think he can do it again. Like,
that's hard to replicate a masterpiece, man.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a 48-47 type of decision. Like,
they didn't paint the Mona Lisa twice, man.
It's going to be like that. So, yeah, man. The machine needs rest, and it's going to reboot and going to get going. So,
I like that.
All right, man. 145. Who will be the champion at the end of 2026?
So,
it's kind of interesting. A little bit interesting here. Because I don't know with Volk, if he beats Diego Lopez, I just don't know where this man goes or what he wants to do. I actually think he may consider retiring if beating Diego Lopez.
I mean, it's
I just
perfect spot.
Yeah. In his hometown, right?
Yeah, perfect spot.
So I see it. I think he does I think he beats Diego Lopez.
So do I.
I don't see anything changing from the first fight.
No.
Diego Lopez hasn't gotten better. He hasn't gotten faster.
He just fought a good opponent to showcase
his skills.
His style. Yes, that's what it was.
Volk is I think he's just gonna have another masterclass. And yeah, he may get caught again once, but I think again, with rest, this champ is kind of healing up and he's gonna look fresh for that fight. And I think he vacates his belt. Now we have, I don't know. I hate that we got a.
Oh God, you know who's going to be the first one to pipe up?
Aljo.
No, Yair,
And
and kind of rightfully so.
I hate that we got Evelev and Murphy. I
Yep.
think they're fighting.
Did word?
I think that's announced.
Oh no, I'm on it.
Or it was just rumors, or they're talking about it, but that could be in the works. Possibly Evelev and
March 21st potentially in London.
So
What a waste.
that's that's why I hate it, because
Oh, that bummed me out.
if Volk, because Volk fights a month before, maybe he vacates his belt and retires, and maybe they make that
They turn that into
the vacant
the champ. Yeah.
If they don't, that's fucked up. That's so fucked up. And it's like, hey, the winner gets Yair. I was like, what the for the vacant belt? I would absolutely hate that shit. Ugh.
That sucks.
Yeah, bro. I hate that they announced that.
So that's my okay. All right. So who's your and new then?
I'm gonna go with Mosvar Evelev to be champion at the end of 2026.
Okay, so I'm of the opinion that I'm with you. I think Volk beats Lopez. I think Volk should retire because it's perfect. And so many times you don't get the chance to have that perfect ending in that sport. And he's got a chance to get it after he lost it already, too. Like, you ain't supposed to be here, bro. Lopez should have taken that belt and ran with it. And now you're a champ again. Like, so don't mess it up twice.
Man, Dana really wants a Mexican champion, dude. Like, he's pushing this shit. And to have Yair still ranked at number 3 is super insane to me, dude.
Work.
Goodness gracious.
I think so. I think that if, and this is where it's going to start to get murky going forward with future champs for me, right? So if Volk doesn't retire, he's already been vocal about wanting to fight one of the 2 younger ones, Movsar or Lerone. He's on camera saying when the Lopez fight was announced, he was a little disappointed because he thought it was going to be one of the 2 younger guys.
Ah, gotcha.
He wants one of the younger guys. So I think if he does stick around, he'll get one of the younger guys. I think it might be Lerone, just because he's more chatty and more out there calling for it.
So I actually think that he beats Evelev. I think Lerone Murphy stylistically is a tougher matchup for Volkanovski.
So that's why Lerone's my and new. It's because look,
I hope for that.
I think that they'll. I think that Volk. I think Volk will engage more with that chattiness, and that will earn Lerone the title shot. And that's the thing. Even if it is Evelev, if it's because I could see your scenario happening as well. Either way, here's the funny part. Either way, I think Yair gets freezed out.
Please.
I think even if Volk wins, he beats Lopez, and he says, you know what? No, I still got it. I'm going to keep on fighting. Yair's going to pop his stupid ass up somewhere and be like, all right, let's get into camp. It's my title shot. They're going to be like, nah, bruh. Actually, the winner of this one that we got set up in March, allegedly, I hope not, because it's wasting contenders in a division that needs contenders. We're going to give the shot to one of these 2, whoever wins that one. You could fight the loser. But like,
bro, Yair's resume is fucking ugly.
Yair's resume is confusing.
Beat Pitbull, lost to Ortega, lost to Volk. Beat Josh Allen. Like it, bro, get out of here.
Yeah. I think the miracle. I think he will end 26 as the featherweight champion.
Guys, if you guys don't know, we are big Lerone Murphy fans on this podcast.
Big facts.
Love it, bro. I love it. I hope for that.
Another murky. division.
155 doesn't get any easier for us. Who's going to be the champion at 155 at the end of 2026? Now, this guy's in legal troubles. He's going through some stuff. I just don't know what Ilya's. I don't know. I think Max is just a dangerous dark horse at 155. But fuck, I may go Armin to end 2026. I just think stylistically, I think he's probably the more well put fighter and probably the most dangerous fighter at 155. I think he is dangerous for the champ, even though it hurts for me to say. But man, Max has to be my savior to dethrone Armin, or Patty catches Armin in some shit. But yeah, man, that's I hate it. I actually hate saying that.
Really?
I fucking hate Armin.
Well, let me give you my biggest.
Yeah, let's go.
I thought about this one the most. So, outside of like BSD at 8, you could scratch out the loser of Gaethje and Pimblett. You're done there. Hooker, bye. Gamrot, bye. Fiziev, bye. Money, bye. Benny, just lost, bye. Patty and Gaethje for the interim. So you're going to start 26 with a air quotes new champion. I think at the end of 26, Max Holloway is your lightweight champion. Now I'll tell you my route there. I think he beats Charles. I hate to admit that.
I think he's gonna sleep Charles. Sorry, guys.
I kind of think he is too.
I can't wait to see what that line.
Or I think he just pieces him up for 5 rounds.
I don't know. Charles Chin kind of worrying me, guys.
If he, yeah, right. I either way, no matter how, I think he pieces him up, right? Yeah. I think Max is hitting this like bulk level of like, I'm gonna hit my like 3rd career now.
What? 32, 33?
He's still young as shit for the sport, right?
Damn.
So I think he beats Charles. I think that they are going to do, because I'm still not ready to call it, whoever wins between. Look, I think Gaethje beats Patty right now. I think they run back Gaethje and Holloway.
Oh,
for the real 155 belt. They screw Armin again.
Dana still has him on a shit list.
He still does. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
I think Ilya is taking this time off to deal with his legal stuff and giving up his belt so that he can ultimately chase Islam to 70. I think he's going to leave 55 altogether. I think he already in his head thinks like, yeah, outside of like Patty, I don't think Armin brings it out of him like that. Even though he like said the little, I slapped you and you didn't do, even though you didn't. But like that was a very liberal use of slap. But like, I think that Patty is the only potential thing keeping him at 55. Just because of how much they dislike each other. And he knows how much money he could make off of that fight.
Yeah.
That's a much bigger selling fight than Armin. So especially if Justin beats Patty, I really don't think Ilya has any reason to stay at 55. Just like he's the boogeyman for everyone else, I think his boogeyman is Islam. And I think if he had to chase him to fucking heavyweight, he would find a way to make. I think that's how his determination works and his will works. So I think he just leaves 55 altogether and is using this time.
He's secretly prepping his body for 170. There's going to be a picture of him going to the courthouse or something. And he's going to be
jacked.
like,
he's going to be jacked, bruh.
Yeah.
I think that's what's I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's how he's going to pop back out. Is we got International Fight Week. Ilya Taporia and Islam Makhachev for the 175 or 170-pound title.
So we got Holloway, Oliveira, Holloway Gaethje, and then Holloway Arman.
If Arman's even still like whoever,
bro. That's a fire run right there for Max Holloway.
Whoever is at 55 at that time, because I think he takes out Oliveira. I think he takes out Gaethje again for the belt, and that'll put us probably like that fight might be International Fight Week, honestly. 55. Or White House or whatever the hell they want to do, but like that'll put it at like maybe a December title defense at the end, but like a 3-fight year for Max like that, I could absolutely see that happening.
And I said Max Holloway is a dark horse because no one is testing this man's wrestling or trying to even take him down.
Just go in there and he pieces them.
And we've seen Arman rocked by lesser talent, so that's not crazy.
Yeah,
I like it, dude.
Yeah, give me Max, man.
Nice.
And again, another career resurgence for him. Like, he's gonna end up sneaky. For one, no disrespect because I'm old school, but like he's already the best fighter out of Hawaii. He passed Baby J. Baby J, he'll never reach him as far as like importance and like what he did for the game and putting on and like multiple weight divisions and that 55 run that he came back and had, which was crazy. But like Max is look, man, BJ, and like hopefully BJ's doing better and gets all the help he needs. But like, Max is crazy, man. And if he does this too, forget about it.
Hey, shout out Kendall Grove, man.
Oh my gosh,
bro!
I thought he was the future at 85.
I thought Kendall Grove was that guy, bro.
Big old tall Hawaiian with them knees, dog. Oh my gosh.
Let me know if you guys were watching Ultimate Fighter at that time.
Y'all weren't outside for Kendall Grove, man. Y'all don't know.
So Drew is taking Max. I'm taking Arman for 2026, man.
Yep.
Let's go welterweight. Who will be the champion at the end of 2026 at welterweight? I don't think anything changes.
I'll be real quick with mine. Yep. And still.
The way this man just handled a filled out full 170 in Jack Della, like
yeah, bro.
Shopka, you want it? Come get it, bro. Like I don't see it, man.
I think all right, I'll say this. I think our only hope, Michael Morales. I think is our only hope.
Yeah, I like that.
But other than that, I just now that's not to say that I'm not excited for 70 in 2026 because there's still so many dope fights to make at 70. But yeah, the champ, man, he's and mind you, I say this after saying I think Ilya is moving up to 70. I think Islam's that good.
Yeah.
I love Ilya, but I think Islam's that good.
Yeah. I think I said it a few episodes ago. Like, I think Ilya moving to 170 is his downfall.
It's a terrible mistake.
Terrible
mistake, Chase.
And if Islam fights Usman next, I will fucking hate you forever.
I would be very prepared to hate him forever.
I fucking hate that fight so much.
I'd be very prepared. Ali controls it all, man. He manages all the money in MMA. Every big fighter, damn near all the like he's that guy.
Disgusting.
So yeah, be ready to hate him forever because Marty Fake Newsman gonna get that title shot, baby.
Bro, if Usman becomes champion in 2026, oh my gosh. All right, let's move on before I get mad.
Middleweight.
Who will be the champion at the end of 2026 for middleweight? Chimaev is always talking about moving up to 205 after he defends his belt. And I actually think do I sound like a dumbass? I think he loses his belt.
So do I.
Yeah, I think he loses his belt and goes up to 205. I think he blames it on the weight cut that he loses his belt.
I have two names.
I think Fluffy is an underdog for this division, and I think Imavov is going to be the champion at 2026 and the 2026.
I like it. He's one of the names I have.
I would love to see Imavov versus DDP. Still a fan of DDP.
I can't wait to hear who they're gonna put him with next.
Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting because they're talking about Fluffy and Strickland. I think that's done already. So
yeah, Fluffy Strickland is done already.
That's interesting.
Brendan Allen, I think, has a fight too. So like you're kind of
you're looking down here.
Kyle has a fight. RDR. Most of the top 10 has a fight except for Imavov.
Oh boy.
So do they dare do Imavov and DDP? You can't okay. So Imavov is one of my choices. He's another one though that is an if. And the if isn't Chimaev for me. The if is Yuri.
Oh shit!
If Yuri decides to take that cut, I think there's a very real chance he's the 85 champ.
And it's going to be one touch death punch. Yuri's just going to bring this whole different power at
1,000%. He's going to summon the spirits, bro.
Fuck, that's fucking crazy.
But if it's not, if he doesn't move down, I do fully believe Imavov. I believe in Imavov, and I don't know why I'm not sold on Fluffy yet. I don't know what it is. Maybe he goes out and smokes Strickland. I'll be like, all right, man, I get it now. But for some reason, I'm just still kind of like, oh, I can't all the way get there with him yet.
That Strickland fight is interesting because I don't see anyone taking down Strickland. And if Fluffy can, that'd be fucking like crazy. But that's a tough one.
It's gonna be a fun fight.
Yeah, that's a very interesting stylistic matchup for Fluffy.
But I think the funny thing is that this brief discussion on 85, both of us don't see Khamzat being champ at the end of the year.
Nah.
He's supposed to be the biggest, scariest thing. And neither one of us see him as champ and have multiple options that we could look at as beating him. And that's not even mentioning like RDR and his ground game and stuff. Just because he put up such a dud in his last fight and now has a big redemption fight coming up that he could totally skyrocket himself back towards title contention if he shows out against Bahayo.
I don't think DDP was ready for that wrestling, obviously. I think DDP was hoping that Chimaev would die out and didn't.
Yeah.
And I think the coaches of DDP didn't help him at all.
They were terrible.
Worst coaching I've ever heard from champion.
It was probably one of the worst planned camps I've ever seen.
I think Imavov has some sleeper explosive hips to defend some takedowns. I think he has a sneaky ground game. I think Imavov's downfall is his cardio, but I think he has the power and the striking. I think Imavov's dangerous, man.
Agreed.
Both Imavov and Yuri as well.
Possible Yuri, but Imavov I have total trust in.
All right, me and Drew are both on Imavov to be champion end of 2026. 205 light heavyweight. Who will be the champion at the end of 2026? Again, we are hearing rumors that Alex is moving up to heavyweight, and it sounds like he is talking that way too. So we have possibly Yuri and Carlos Ulberg maybe fighting for the vacant, maybe.
If I'm Uncle Live, I'm throwing a riot. I'm like, man, I don't care, bro. I don't care if you don't like my style. I don't care if you don't think, like, I don't give a fuck. I went out there and beat y'all champ. Yeah, he got his get back, but I was the guy. Like, the run I went on, I deserve that over Carlos Ulberg. And let's be honest, too, over Yuri, who's had his shot multiple, all the way back to Glover Teixeira shots it. Like, nah, bro, if I'm Uncle Live, I'm throwing a fit. And I'm saying that as someone who doesn't want to see him near the belt again. Jan Blachowicz, by the way, is the 5th ranked light heavyweight in the UFC right now.
What if my guy number 6, Azmat
Markazanov,
just comes out and shocks the world and becomes champion 2026?
There's that's the thing. Like there's low key kind of easy routes. if you put together the right string of victories.
That's a perfect way to explain Carlos Ulberg's
1,000%,
come up
right?
here. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Yuri Prohashka to become champion and the 2026 for me.
Book it.
This
I'm
man's
with you.
this man's looking fucking unstoppable.
Dude.
Like, I don't know. He's really different. He might be a machine, to be honest with you.
If he doesn't drop to 85, maybe even if he does drop to 85. But like, nah, I think Alex I think he's going to heavyweight. I think that's like the worst kept secret in the UFC that he's going to heavyweight. He's going to leave behind that belt. I think that's what could entice Erie to stay at 205. Is to be like, bro, you're next. Fight. Like, you're gonna fight Ulberg for this belt. Like, just stay here. Pereira's gone. Quit chasing that. It's over. Like, it's over for that whole trip. We're done here. So just focus on this and become the champ here at 205. So, but I'm with you. Like, again, one of my candidates for fighter of the year, quietly, 2 extremely quality wins over 2 people that you could argue could have made a run at that belt in 26 with Roundtree and as much as I hated to admit it, Jamal. But like, nah, man, it's Yuri for me.
I don't want to get twisted, guys. I'm a big fan of Carlos Ulberg, but he just seems to be too comfortable sniping and just being comfortable with being at distance and just being a really patient kickboxer. I just don't think that with Yuri pushing the pace and being in your face, and someone like Ankalaev, who I've seen people hurt his legs, I get it, but again, I just don't like those stylistic matchups for Carlos Ulberg, man, with Yuri and Ankalaev. So that's why I'm not picking Carlos Ulberg here.
Yeah. No, I'm with you though. I'm with Yuri.
Yeah,
Yuri 205, and like it'd be like, what an incredible way for the Pereira era to end at 205 than to give it to somebody who like cried when he won his belt back. Like, watching him win his belt back, Yuri. Like, I love Yuri. Yuri's a great fighter, great dude. He cares about this shit for real.
This man's 33 years old.
That's kind of nuts too, that he's still that young. He's been through that many wars already.
And if you guys don't know, like, that's kind of young for this this light heavyweight division. It's 205 division. I think the heavier you get in size, I think you can go a little bit further with age.
Yep.
So
those weight cuts become more difficult the more years you get on. That's why again, like, that's why Yuri's even willing to entertain
a move down.
Like, cutting another 20 pounds on that frame is nuts, man. But hey,
whatever he does in the forest. I don't know, man. If you need to drop that 20 pounds, that's fucking crazy. All right, man. Let's go to this controversial heavyweight division, man. This fucking one-eye Willie over here. Who will be the champion, the heavyweight champion in 2026?
Marcin Tybura. No, I'm kidding. Walter Walker. He's going to get a hold of everyone's heel at heavyweight.
Man, the way Ciryl Gane looked, man, like, it kind of has me believing a little bit. But I think your sleeper in this division is Waldo.
Say it. Sir! Say that shit.
Salsa Boy. Salsa Boy is your fucking underdog right now, bro. What he just did, and he got eye poked as well in his previous fight and came back like weeks after.
Hopped on a flight, bro.
Across the country and knocked out his opponent. And Gaziev, bro, Salsa Boy is a fucking dangerous man. And I don't see anyone chinning Waldo. That chin that Waldo has is fucking incredible. Man, again, people above Waldo just doesn't excite me. I just don't see it with them.
There's nothing to excite.
It's Waldo, Ciryl Gane,
and 2 big Russians.
Your champion who's still trying to get his eye situation figured out. And if I'm being honest with you, I think Waldo gives some shit to Ciryl Gane. If Ciryl Gane wants to play that pretty game, Salsa Boy can stand with you too, bro.
Brother.
Are we gonna make a crazy call right now?
Okay.
All right.
So I'll give you this, right? This is another division that there's moving parts. I won't hold you. This might sound crazy, and it might be. We might look back on this, and we might have to clip this.
Oh, I'm preparing to.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would be the least shocked person reading or getting the text from you with the screenshot. Tom Aspinall retires. It's been nothing but bad looks from him. It's almost like he almost is like hurt and is like, you know what? I'll prove to y'all that this shit is real. I'm going to quit. I'm going to take my belt and go home and leave y'all wondering. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if it's a real possibility. Some people, when he announced what he had with his eye, are like, this is a threat to his vision for the rest of his life and his livelihood and blah, blah, blah. And other people are like, man, get your ass back in the cage, bro. It's not that deep. So I don't know. I'm not an optometrist.
Yeah, I don't know either.
If it is that serious, I could have, or if you listen to his pops, because his pops loves to run his mouth.
I have not.
His pops has for a while now said, Tom ain't no damn MMA fighter. Tom's a boxer. That's where his future's at, is in boxing.
Well, sir.
So maybe he just says, man, forget the MMA where we got to worry about eye pokes and stuff. We'll just go boxing full-fledged forward where it's closed hands. We ain't got to worry about none of that.
Because since we lost the love here in the sport, let's go somewhere else and get our name back.
Everybody loved him when he was caught. He made John Jones change his avatar on Twitter, bro. Niggas running around with a duck now as his picture. Yeah. And like everybody was, oh, we love Tom. He's the one. He's gonna. Tom, you're a duck. You're scared. You're blah. John, no.
Just like that.
And just like that, with an eye poke, some pressure from a fighter who everyone viewed as a softie and not legit because of what John Jones did to him and how he did it to him. Went out there, was putting paws on you, had your nose busted open, even though we've seen you with the busted nose in the fight. Everyone forgot it though, because this dude did it to you. And then you got the double poke, whatever, right? And maybe you looked for a way out. You're the only one that'll know that. And now you're public enemy number one. And now you're having to you know what that video reminded me of? I even pull it up for you.
What video?
Him walking through
the hospital?
Yeah, like with the whole explaining himself and how dare you question how tough I am, mate? And I'm fucking tough. Like he right here. This I don't know why, but it reminded me of that album cover. Just with the trees behind him and shit, like just looking like a fucking softie. It changed real quick on him, man, and he's not handling it well.
Yeah, I mean, I can see him. I can see him leaving.
So if he comes back, right, and it's gone, obviously, I don't know how that fight goes. What happens if the eye thing keeps lingering? I could see a heavyweight Sarukian happening, which would be more kind of out of pocket to me than what's happening to Sarukian in a weird way. Because I could see them being like, you know what, let's just cash this check and go Johnny and Pereira at heavyweight. And you know what, really to sauce it up, let's throw the interim on there. And low-key is like a middle finger to Tom, too. Because what do they owe Tom or Cyril Gane? Nothing. So if they do that, well, then it murks up everything, right? And then you're ending the year with one of them is the champ potentially and whatever, right? If we keep it with John or with Tom and he comes back and then it's gone and they fight again and whoever wins, right? Who is to say the Salsa Boy don't just keep riding this? I think he gonna smoke Derek Lewis boots. I think Derek Lewis been washed. He's just catching lucky punches and shit with these dudes.
I got Waldo round 1 KO.
Big facts. Big facts. I don't think he's gonna come to play. I think he's kind of catching a grasp of like, oh,
I'm feeling the
ascension is happening.
I'm feeling it.
I'm taking the calls. First of all, I'm getting the call. I'm getting the call before other guys to come and save this fight and to build on what I got going. And all they're doing, I did it. I accepted it. I showed my ass. And they couldn't wait to turn me around against arguably the biggest personality at heavyweight, one of the best known names at heavyweight, a record holder at heavyweight. They're turning me around against him, throwing me up on stage at the press conference, first Paramount call, all this stuff. Like, this is how it happens, man. There's such a clear path to him to a heavyweight title shot that after Derek Lewis, just off number, he might be the next one in line after he beats Derek Lewis.
I mean, he should. We got Volkov, Pavlovich, and Blades in front of Waldo right now.
Come on, bro.
Like,
come on
now.
Like, I'm with, man.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Let's go Waldo Cortez Acosta to be a heavyweight champion at the end of 2026. Anything can happen in the sport, and we know that. And I think Waldo gets his chance, and I think he pulls an upset here against whoever he fights.
Well, one of the themes of the pod has been runs. It's been runs, and it's been taking advantage of your opportunities. Rob, Josh Van, Herrera before them. Like, Waldo, you caught the wave, bro. Keep riding that shit.
And now that you are on the good side of Dana, and like Dana loves you, like he's gonna keep on going back to you. So it's only a matter of time he awards that with a big time opportunity for you. So
you get Lewis up out of there too, and in the same way that you've been getting everyone else out of here, knockout, early knockout, like, bro,
salsa boy,
you writing the check. You like, it's, come on, man.
All right, man. I'm gonna be clipping this shits too. This is some spicy talk here. So
yeah, we done said a lot of shit out here today. We're gonna have to run back on y'all.
We may look like some geniuses, or some,
or we might have to delete this altogether. Be like, fuck it.
Someone's like, hey, where's the episode at? I'm like, damn.
I don't know what happened, man.
My Spotify glitched and it just erased it. I don't know what happened,
that's
bro.
Crazy. YouTube took it down. I don't know what happened.
Did you make your payment to Spotify? I don't know. Like,
that's a new tier on Spotify, super premium platinum.
I'm sorry, man. It doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. But man, that's the episode. That's the last episode of 2025 for us. Drew, any last words, man?
2025 was fun, man. It was a good year. It was a great year for the pod overall, though. Like, just for aside from like the actual events and stuff, like the overall pod, great year, great growth for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Finding our footing more on it in our formatting and everything, making me become an MMA fan again, like the way that I used to be, like really digging in more than I ever have, in years at least. And like the optimism of 26, man. Couple more weeks, we'll get it popping with 324. Yeah, 324. Which again has the future heavyweight champ on there, Salsa Boy. Like, it's gonna be the first quarter at least is set up for a real big year and a real fun year to start 26. No more ESPN, RIP ESPN, onto Paramount. Looking forward to a big year on the pod, big year in the cage.
So yeah, 2026. We should look forward to more sounds. Start using this board of sounds here, some sound pads. Going to look at more designs and just more stuff to make this podcast look, get a little bit more flair and some flavor. So
a little razzle dazzle.
Yeah. And then when I get some new gear and just a new desktop, I'm gonna start going crazy with the edits and stuff like that, and getting some more sound. Get our Big Earl sound or sprinkle.
That's right, sprinkle me, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to use that. But just looking to improve this podcast, and I love that Drew has agreed to get on the podcast with me and break down these fight cards. He's definitely been a great host to add to this, and just a great mind and a great eye for this podcast. I definitely enjoy breaking these fights down with him. So 2026 is going to be a big year for us, but 2025, we can't just thank you guys enough for the support on the channel. Hopefully we do enough to earn your follow on Spotify for this one.
Keep them numbers running up.
Yeah, man, just more from us, and hopefully we want to become in your top podcast Wrapped for
next year. Let's get on them lists, bro.
So more content coming 2026. Thank you guys for the support in 2025. But yeah, we'll see you guys in a few weeks, man.
See you. Happy New Year.